This video review is being brought to you by PrimeToys.net. PrimeToys.net, where you can get your collector grade toys for not the collector grade prices. PrimeToys.net. And I am a reviewer, so let the reviews be joined. Hey guys, it's your friend Dinobot once again. As you can see today, we're going to look at Transformers Combiner Wars Voyager class Optimus Prime. Great looking bot. A lot of people had problems with this mold when he first come out, mostly because of the fact that well, as you can see, mine's not really even sitting in his transformation really well, but what can you do for right now? But there, that makes it better. A lot of people thought that when this guy come out, the main reason they brought him out was A, they knew he's going to be repainted, remolded into Motor Master, and B, the company, Hasbro wanted to get a Optimus Prime out there on the market because they know Optimus Prime sells, and of course he does. I mean, this guy isn't bad at all. I mean, he's really not. As you can see, mine's kind of flippy-floppy from where I've been messing around with him right before this video, but still, he's a good figure. He does have issues, which we'll get into, but before we really get into looking at him, let's look at his accessories. Of course, he has his collectible card. Great art here. It actually resembles the figure fairly well. Not perfectly, but it's not too shabby. I love the art on it. It's great looking Optimus Prime, almost like an IDW looking Prime, but still not too shabby at all. Nothing really on the back of it, but still not bad. I do like these cards. We also have, of course, his instructions, which again are very well done. I love the way they've done these. And as you can see here by the sheet, it shows that he can be transformed in 10 steps. Which, more than likely, that's what's going to happen here. But that's all those. And let's look at his other accessories, which are his weaponry. He comes with 2 guns, which aren't too bad. As you can see, they have great paint scheme to them. They have the little red plastic, basically with you basically can tell the red plastic with the gray or metal type paint over them, which isn't too bad at all. I mean, the main thing about them is, as you can see from looking at them at the top, they do look like if they could have combined like so into basically like an engine block or a type of rear motor or something like that for Prime, which it does look like it could have. I mean, it's got like here and here, they almost pegged together, not quite, but it's just, even if they did, it would have thrown this off just a little bit for the engine block, like you see here. But still, it's not too shabby. We'll look at this one first. It's not bad for a smaller little rifle. You got of course the exhaust and everything here. It's not bad. I mean, it's a little small gun for Prime. We'll set this one aside and we'll look at the other one. The other one, you can basically tell what it looks like. It definitely looks like the original G1 ion blaster that Prime, or ion rifle, excuse me, that Prime would carry. It's got the big stock here in the back. It's got almost the exact same design to it. I kind of think I don't know why this is on the side. It would look better here on the top, just to give it a little bit more of a rifle look to it. But still, it's not too shabby. But it may have had something to do with this. I mean, they may have had some kind of concept for it, like so. As you can see, it kind of sits right here, in between there. So it might have helped with, if these were to link up. But of course they don't, so it doesn't really help that. But it's not too shabby at all. Of course, the 2 of these do combine and can combine in several ways. You can, of course, stick it like so, which kind of looks really weird. You can do it vice versa, which looks just as bad, if not worse. And then you got the super gun mode, which is basically just one on the end of each, which this isn't too shabby. Kind of looks weird, but it's not that bad. You actually can see where it actually looks more. This piece on the side actually works with the the exhaust and stuff here off of that, running right into it. So kind of can see that concept on that. But you know, initially you wouldn't think of that, but let's set these. These can also, on the Prime, it has pretty good storage for them. Right here in the back, you have, of course, the trailer hitch piece here, and right above that, right below these flaps, you got these two little peg holes, which you can take either one of these and you can peg them. You can actually set this down and it'll still, you know, still slide right into those slots, like so, and like so. And it don't look too bad back there. It does kind of, it did push when I did that. It kind of popped mine apart, but still, it doesn't work. Doesn't, you know, give it that bad of a look at all. I mean, it really don't. But now, if they could have combined and these could have sat closer together, like even if they, you know, say if this one, you know, this could have flipped up in here, and these could have pegged together. Or even if this could have flipped over in some way where it pegged into this side, it would look great like so, and then pegging it down in there would have looked great, especially if it could have done it right here. But, what can you do? We'll just set these aside and we'll look at Prime himself. The mold isn't that bad. I think the main problem everybody has with this mold is just a couple issues. Like for one thing, he doesn't have a whole lot of paint in his truck mode or look to his truck mode. I mean, you got so much red on the sides, you know, on that and on the top. Of course, you got his Alba insignia up here, which kind of does help. But it's not too shabby. If they, repo labels did come out with a set of stickers and stuff that you can apply that makes this figure look a whole lot better, both in vehicle and robot mode. So definitely check those out. I'll try and post a link to those below as well. But, you know, it does kind of help. I mean, it does have the bit up here with the grill and or you know, this part of the grill and this front end here and the lights and all. It does look pretty good. I mean, it still does give that look to it. But sadly enough, the Motormaster mold does make its truck mode look a lot better. But there are just little differences between it. Like I think the Motormaster mode does have this the windshield up here that flips back, kind of helps it some. So, but enough of all that. Let's go ahead and transform him into his robot form, which, as I said, it doesn't take very much. 10 steps. You basically start off by flipping these panels out to the sides like so. You then can easily go ahead and, well, yeah, I'm trying to get ahead of myself a little bit, but you can unpeg these apart by twisting them like so, and then you want to flip each side back. These panels here will flip all the way back, and as you do so, you also want to rotate them around where the back part or the front end of the truck is actually still facing, because the mirror here is going to peg in right here on the side of the truck, like so. You know, then of course you have to rotate this back around into this position and straighten all this out for his arm. Do the same on this side, which I'm going to go ahead and do that just to get it straightened out, because it is easier actually this way. I was just trying to show you that. Of course, peg that in like so. Turn this around, and there's his, already got his arm straightened out. Next step, you can grab the whole back section, bring it down. There already you can see his legs coming out, and then you'll hold the top section and the legs, and you'll just pull, and it straightens out his whole waist area. You'll then straighten his hips down and to straighten them out. Doing so will normally bring this piece down as well, but you can easily just slide this back up and basically slide it right up into the back end here. Then slide these pieces down for his feet. Give him just turn it just a little bit to give him a little bit more footing. And I'll raise this up just a hair so you can see the top part here. Apologize for that, I thought my camera was up higher. And then up here you want to press in on this, either really this side's better. And as you do so, you'll see his head just slide up around, which you can actually see on the inside. It's got some great detail work on the inside. I don't see why this panel, as some third party could, you know, do something with this panel where it can open up and you can put a little matrix and stuff in there, but or at least on the inside or something, but who knows. Lock that into place, and here we have Prime in his robot form. Very simple transformation. All in all, not too shabby. Now, as you can see, one of the main issues everybody has with him is his head. it is tiny compared to the rest of his body. I mean, he's got bulk. I mean, looks like he's got upper body. He's like almost Schwarzenegger style, but he's got just a tiny, tiny little head. Not that great big of a deal, but still, I mean, it's there. I should note that I believe his Perfect Effect is doing an upgrade kit for this guy. I'm not sure. I may be wrong on that. It might not be Perfect Effect, but there is a company coming out with a third party coming out with that, where it's going to upgrade all this up here. It's going to add more up here. It's going to give him a new head, give him a lot more kibble and stuff up here to make him look more of the IDW version of him in the current comics, which I'm really looking forward to that kit, because I definitely would love to get that to make this guy look more of the IDW verse. But otherwise, all you got to do really for this, let's get into his articulation. His head, of course, is on a ball joint. It can turn around. His shoulders, there are no real articulation to rotate, but it does have this rotation here, these ratchets here, where he can do like that, but that's all he can do, just bring his arms straight out like so. As you saw, the forearm right above the elbow, it does rotate. The elbow does have this articulation where he can spin it all the way around. There is no hand movement or wrist articulation other than this little bit here where it flips up like so and down, but that's mostly for the transformation into Super Robot. Waist, I should leave those up just to do that. He doesn't have really, in the abs, I do think this looks really nice, the paint and everything there, but it doesn't really rotate there at all. It just got that little bit of swivel there, so if you want to use that for some way or other. He does have the rotation here below that for the waist. He does have these ratchet joints here in the legs, at the hips, going all the way up and down. There is this little swivel right here, right above the knee, and you got your knee swivel right there as well. In the foot, he does have, the way the foot folds up and stuff, so it gives you just that little bit. So you can kind of, if you work with it, you can do a little swivel like so. Give him just a little bit of movement, for stance. But other than that, that's really it. I mean, nothing to him really. You can put his rifles in his hand. Put one like so, and you can put the other like so. It doesn't look too shabby. Gives him a pretty good deal to him. You can, what I like to do though, I like to display him just with this rifle, and you can pull this other rifle back out, and if you turn him around, he still has those little ports on the back of his legs from truck mode that you can actually stick the other gun back there, just for storage, for it. Granted, when you do that, it will kind of impede a little bit with the bend on the knee if you want to bend his knee somehow, but you can still work with that. As you can see, I actually got him a little bit more of a better stance there, sort of like a walking stance or something. But we'll straighten him out a little bit, because we're about to, and we'll get rid of his weaponry for the time being, because I want to show you how to transform him into his body mode for his Super Robot mode, or as the repaint of this guy is coming out from the next wave of called Optimus Maximus, which is basically a white version of this mold, where he's going to have Sunstreaker Prowl, who else? Oh god, my mind's going blank. Ironhide and Sunstreaker, Prowl, Ironhide, and Mirage. There he is. He's going to have those 4 limbs for his super mode with that, and he's also going to have a Rodimus for the chest part for super mode, where this guy don't have that, but we'll get into that here in a minute. Basically, transformation to Super Robot, real easy. Flip his head back over, like so, locking it back into place. You can then turn this section, turn back around to his back. You'll want to swivel this whole area up. Am I doing this right? Yeah, I am. I'm going the wrong way with it. You turn your arm back around, I'm sorry. And right here to the left of the all-body insignia, there's a little peg, a little hole right there in the gray where you'll take this peg here and peg it right up into it. once you straighten the forearm out and everything, you just reach it up in there and pegs right in. Do the same on this side. Turn this around and you'll just ratchet it in like so. Make sure that one's in. And once you do so, you open the combiner port here by just rotating, which apparently I didn't get that in there right, but just adjust that. Come on, there we go. Okay. I didn't get these in there. Bear with me just a moment. Somehow, there. I just didn't get them straight enough. There we go. You just flip the hands back like so into there like that. You'll have them, of course, this away. I'm just going to raise this up just so you can show here. You're going to, once again, turn the waist around like so, whereas basically his legs are facing towards his back. You ratchet these up a couple clicks, and then you'll turn them this away and straighten it out like so, where you're, like with Motor Master, you want to flip this panel up, and as you can see, you got this peg hole here and this peg right there. It's going to peg right in when you get it ratcheted right, like so. And doing it like so again. The only downside of this is same with Motor Master, is once you do this, it kind of gets a bow-legged look to them. Well, you can, well, there, you straighten it out a little bit more, it works a little bit better. But you can see how the peg, I don't want you to have that pegged in there. There we go. You see how it's bow-legged out? It looks really defunct. So I normally just rotate it like so and keep it like straight, just to get that straight look. I showed you in my Motor Master review that if you turn the ratchet joint here around, well, if I can do it right here, where you got the screws this way, you can actually do it the same way. You'll actually clear them out a little bit more. By doing so, I didn't note this in my Motor Master review. You can see it actually makes them, it will make them a little bit shorter and height wise. So it's probably better to, you know, I was saying I was going to use it for my Motor Master, which I didn't realize it'd be that much of a difference. So we'll just rotate this back around and we'll straighten them back out, and we'll give them just that regular look. I just, like I said before, I'm not going to, well, come on, ratchet, there. I'm not really going to keep these things pegged because it kind of throws off this balance a little bit and makes them look bow-legged. But when you straighten them out like so, it looks better. Next, you want to pull this panel down, basically giving him his crotch plate. And then you'll open this up, revealing his super head. And you'll flip all this panel out, and there's the Ultimate or Ultra Prime basically in his super head, and you got a little matrix and all here, which don't look too bad. You can put Blackjack or somebody here if you want to, but I kind of prefer leaving all this closed up. It kind of looks a little bit better. And I should note that actually that combined head, if you have it swiveling around and you have them in regular robot mode, it actually works pretty well with that. Just to show you how well it runs with this side of the body. I mean, it's not too bad. These antennas weren't so high up. I mean, you could fold them back like this, but you know, it's there for you if you wanted to do that. But just turn it back around, and here's Prime in his Ultra mode, or Ultra Prime body mode. And we're going to I'm actually going to bring the limbs in to show you what he looks like, and to do the limbs, I'm going to bring in the aerial bots here. Here's Skydive, which will bring him in as the left leg, or excuse me, his right leg. Just slide it in there, just like you would with Silverbolt or the other combiners. Here's Air Raid, Skydive Air Raid. Sorry, we'll slide this back just to show it off some more. Bring in Firefly here for the. How do I got him? Yeah, he's supposed to be his right arm. I don't know why I got him swiveling around. But bring him in, just like with the other ones. You just slide him in through the top here, like so. And there's his right arm, and it's a quick sling here as his left arm. If I get them lined up right. There we go. And there we have Ultra Prime combined with the aerial bots. Not too shabby. I mean, his Ultra mode isn't bad at all. We'll raise this camera up some more just to show. It's not too shabby at all. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but you know, it does have its issues. We'll just take this rifle, combine it together, just so you can see how he looks with his super rifle, basically, or for his combined modes. Wasting what it's supposed to be for, and it's not shabby at all. I mean, you can get him just as good, you know. But I think most people aren't going to have this Prime combined like this, because they're going to use all the aerial bots for, you know, with Silverbolt and whatnot. Me personally, depending on how many more combiner sets we got, if we get enough of the Autobots, I might try to put together a Prime like this. Like right now, my Alpha Bravo is with the Defensor, because I don't have Rook, but I'm currently getting him, so I should actually have him probably in the next week or so. But you know, if I can get some other Autobots that can combine with Prime, you know, extra bots like Rook and Alpha Bravo, I can combine them in here and put a couple others up in there for them. But we'll see. But that's what you can do with this. And really, guys, that's going to be it for this video. You can, like I said, as always, please like and share this video. If you haven't noticed already, please, let's start that part over. If you please like, comment, and share this video. There we go. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe. You can pick up your Prime here from primetoys.net, where if you use it in the next few days, at the last day, this 31st of July, you can use the Transmissions code, which is Transmissions is a podcast that I listen to pretty religiously. It's a great podcast. They talk anything about Transformers, comics, toys, anything you can think of, they talk about it. And they are also sponsored by primetoys.net, where, like I said, you can go pick up your Prime there, and you can pick some others up if you want to. You use the code Transmissions July, and you can get 10% off your order. So it's a great deal with that, but you only have until the end of July to use that code. I don't know what code they'll have for July, or excuse me, for August, whatnot, but it's there for you. As always, guys, you can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram, as well as you can send me an email. I'll have my email posted below, but I'll also post links to the... Oh, one other thing I forgot about. 9F Productions also has a little ratchet joint that you can get. It's not that much, like $5 I think for them, but you can get it work for Prime and Hotspot and Motormaster. So you get those to give you an extra little ratchet there, and I'll also post a link to them. I'll post a link to Repo Labels as well, where you can pick up the set for him as well there. But that's going to be it for this video, guys, and all I can say is thanks for watching, and I hope to hear from you guys soon.